Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is some Strat method cheat codes, and we're gonna focus on time frame mastery and also actionable signals, okay? Actionable signals, all right? So those two things right there are what we're gonna be focusing on. What I'm gonna say is, nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor, y'all. All right? So with that being said, okay, time frame continuity with the Strat method and then actionable signals. So we're gonna focus on time frame continuity first. Now, first things first, y'all, what do I say? I use the Strat assistant. Okay, Strat assistant for my Strat method. Now, what is time frame continuity? Simply put, is it lets you know which time frames are in alignment with other time frames. And this is going to help you with the direction of a trade. Okay? This that simple. So, and it also depends on what type of trade you're looking to take. Okay? So if you're looking to take a day trade, all right, let's say you're looking at the 5 minute, it's going to show you the time frames, right, to see if those time frames are all bullish or if one is bearish and one is bullish, and in that way you'll be able to know, if you need to stay in a trade or get out of a trade or whatever the case may be, right? So what I want to do is I do want to go on the charts, and I want to be able to show you guys exactly what I am talking about, okay? And like I say, it does not matter the time frame, okay? It doesn't matter the trade, all right? So I got IWM pulled up right here, okay? All right, so we got IWM pulled up right here, right? Now, you might see this on your charts, right here, okay? So I'm gonna zoom in some. All right, boom, right? So right here. So we are right now on the 10-minute time frame. Now, as you can see, you have the 10-minute time frame, you have the 15, the 30, the hourly, and the 4-hour, and then the daily, and then the weekly, and then the monthly and the quarterly, right? So what this is saying is, hey, let's say you want to take a scalp trade or a day trade, or you want to be in a trade for 5 minutes, something like that. You're like, okay, cool, I'm on this 10-minute time frame. All right, cool. It's going to say, hey, on the 15-minute, we're bullish. On the 30-minute, we're bullish. On the hourly, we're bullish. And on the 4-hour, we're bullish. So you are basically safe to get into this trade because all of these corresponding time frames are bullish, right? Or even if you are on a pullback, let's say you're pulling back on a 5-minute, but on the 10-minute, you're bullish because it may be a 2-up candle. And you say, okay, we're bullish here. All the time frames match up. Let's take the trade and let's go to the upside. Okay? Now, on the monthly, it shows bearish, right? On the daily, it shows bearish. So if you're taking a swing, you may not want to get into a call just yet because the daily may be showing bearish, right? So basically, you want the time frames to match up. And let's say you go to a 30-minute time frame, right? You go to a 30-minute time frame. Then what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Let's see. Now it only shows the 30-minute, the hourly, the 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly as well, right? So as you change your time frame, this is going to adjust. So if I come down to the 2-minute time frame, right, then it's going to change, right? Or the 5-minute. It's going to change 5, 15, 30, hourly, right? So basically, it's only going to show the main time frames at the 10, the 30, the hourly, the 4-hour. Those are your main time frames that it's going to be showing on. All right? And then if you want to swing trade, right, on the daily, then it's going to show daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, right? So 15, 30, hourly, 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. All right? So as you can see on the daily, we're on a bearish 1 candle. So that means that we are We are red on the day. That's why the candle is down. Okay. But on the weekly, if you go to the weekly time frame, we're going up, right? Right here. So what this means is on the daily, right? You may not want to swing overnight. You may want to wait until we come down here, right? 256, something like that, or even 258. And then, right, once we create a failed two up, because last week we were bullish, right? So this just means that, hey, on the daily, looks like we're coming down for a minute on a pullback, and then we're going to bounce and we're going to go to the upside, right? And then you go to the monthly and you look at the monthly, right? This is April. I don't know why it's showing bearish on the monthly, because it says monthly is bearish, but it's not, because on the monthly we're actually up. But they might be talking about because it's below the high of the previous month, right? But we're on a bullish one candle, right? So this could be a 2-2 reversal this month, and we could be pushing up, all right? But that is your time frame continuity. So if you want to go to NVIDIA, let's say, and you're on the 5 minute, or let's say the 15 minute, and you're like, okay, is this good to get in, right? Let's just look at the time frame continuity, all right? You look at the time frame continuity, and then boom, right? Okay, so intraday, I'm good, right? On the 4 hour, I'm not, but that's because the market is already closed. So when you guys are trading, you can look at these time frame continuities and you can see if they match up, all right? Because if they match up, then it makes sense that, you know, that stock is going to be going in that direction. Now, the next thing is going to be your actionable signals, right? Now, I have a way that I look at actionable signals, okay? You have 2 up candles, you have 3 candles, you have 1 candles, right? You have failed 2 candles. Now, to me, an actionable signal is a candlestick that gives you an indication to take action once it does something, okay? So my favorite actionable signal is a 1 candle or a failed 2 candle, okay? So let me show you an example, okay? Show you guys an example. So last week, let's go here. Last week on the weekly, no, on the daily, I put Marvell on my watch list last week, right? And look what happened. Okay, look what happened. Thursday, April 2nd, Tuesday. Okay, so this was last Thursday, right? So Friday last week, not this week, but last week, we had Good Friday, right? So the market was closed here on Friday. This 1 candle is an actionable signal. So once we break above this candle, it's go time, right? Because it's an actionable signal, boom, because it already consolidated. So it's letting you know that, hey, once we get above here, you could take action, right? So look at this 1 candle, same thing, boom, boom, okay? That is an actionable signal, right? That's why I love 1 candles, bullish 1 candles and bearish 1 candles. Now, I also love failed 2 candles, failed 2 ups and failed 2 downs, right? Now, not every single failed 2 or 1 candle is going to work, but it has a very, very high, rate, if you will. Now, it's also important to understand some actionable signals are going to be to shake you out of your position. A great example of that is Palantir. Let me show you guys Palantir real quick. I was in this trade on Friday with the Discord. We're going to go to the 5 minute time frame, right? Okay. So I got in on Palantir right here. Okay? Right here. Boom. Okay. A failed two down, failed 2 up, and then a 1 candle, and then boom, it went 2 up. So that was an actionable signal for me, right? We were already down low, right? And then we had a failed 2 up. But I had stayed in for a minute because I knew that we were already down on the day. We came down pretty low. And then I said, hey, because we're on a failed 2 up, sometimes what they like to do is make it look like it's about to go down, get everybody to get out the position, and then it blasts off and it go higher, right? And this is exactly what it did. Now, this is an actionable signal. So let's say you're not already in the trade. If you see a failed 2 up and then we break above the failed 2 ups high, you could take entry because that is an actionable signal to go higher, right? Because it failed to go higher and then it breaks to go higher again, right? It breaks where it already failed to go higher with momentum, boom, 3 bar, boom, right? And look what it did. This trade right here, it popped out about 400% once it got all the way to the height of the move. It went up $4, right? This is in one 5-minute candle, y'all. From 124 to 128 in less than 5 minutes. Really, it was less than it was in less than 3 minutes, right? Well, 129, it went up to 129. So yeah, in about less than 10 minutes, it went up almost about $6, right? But that initial move, that fast one, it went up about $4, $3 to $4, okay? But I say that to say on the 5-minute time frame, that is an actionable signal, right? That is an actionable signal, y'all. Okay? So when you can understand what an actionable signal is, you can make a lot of money because the one candle lets you know we just finished consolidating, we broke above it. Okay, now we got some momentum, boom, right? And then it comes down and then we break above here again, boom. If we would have broke below here, then what happens? Boom, right? Now, 2 down candles are just a continuation, right? They're a continuation. They're a directional candle. I'm not saying that you can't, trade off of these, but I love trading off of failed 2 candles and 1 candles as well. And I love to be inside of a 3 candle as long as it is going in my direction, okay? And so when you can couple this with your time frame continuity and everything else you already know and understand, you can be lethal and you can be deadly in the market. All right. So I hope that video helped you guys out. Time frame continuity and also actionable signals. Me personally, I love the 1 candles and the failed 2 candles. Those are my favorite, right? 3 candles are cool, but sometimes they make such a big move. You think that it's going to keep going, but it's not because it's a thin structure and it has to pull back before it goes higher, right? So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of 3 candles. I love the failed 2s and the 1 candles. On a 3 candle, I wait until it pulls back inside of that 3 bar and then it will go back to the upside. All right. So like I always say, make sure you guys get up out your head, go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at you guys on the next video. Y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.